90.5.
Good evening, my dear intelligent, dedicated, and very highly discerning brothers and sisters. Good evening. And a very warm welcome to yet another edition of this KONKONSA Reporting program, live on and exclusive to your power station, Radio Gold 90.5 FM, now online on the internet, courtesy of some firm believers in media freedoms. So, and I'm very excited to report that a few days ago, some of the other noise boxes in the axis of quote-friendly ones suddenly woke up to the danger that all media houses face under the newly established democratic dictatorship of Ghana. So, I guess when I raised the alarm some 3 or 4 months ago, or even prior to that, when the Mutie something happened, that people shouldn't gloat, that a few troublesome radio stations had been yanked off the spectrum because of an alleged ogre at the top, or because an alleged ogre at the top wanted it. So, it was the same kind of alarm, as I said, that I raised when the Mutie 3 were locked up. Because you see, the danger with this kind of thing is that it is akin to creating a Frankenstein monster. And thinking that because it is eating the children of other people, you and your children are safe. Until it finishes eating up the children and the parents of other people, and when they finish and there's nobody else to eat, it shows up at your door. Because now it means that the precedents that have been set, natural law or natural justice can be suspended. And you can be conveniently gotten out of the way long enough for a certain agenda to be fulfilled. And it won't matter if provisions in the supreme law of the land are twisted or skewed in a certain way, or where things happen. But I guess at the time I was making all those noises and talking, people didn't see the danger coming. So now people went to carry out some small investigative journalism and expose certain things that people didn't want their neighbors to know. Suddenly, those people came face to face with those same powers that were allegedly solid and well entrenched enough to cause innocent people to be locked up and their pockets hit in an arbitrary and merciless manner. And they saw how ruthless and how mean those powers can be when they feel threatened or when they feel a certain elaborate scheme of theirs has been affected or violated. So, well, even though I have reported that I am excited about the developments, I am afraid it is too late. The Frankenstein monster has become very strong and very powerful, as well as very bold. It has become a sinister force on the prowl, a force of treachery, a force of evil, a force of impunity, and it is devouring everything in its path and route to getting the golden fleece for the second time, either by foul or foul means, because there doesn't seem to be any fairness. So, well, only God can save the media in our homeland Ghana now. Particularly when people can now afford to sue people who don't live in the jurisdiction in our courts, or write letters to their wives' employers to, quote, report them. Oh. As I said the other day, this paper reminds me of executioners and what is known as the executioner syndrome. Oh. And for those of you who went to Chimota, Pepe, and Abuakwa State College, among others, or Kimbu boys, executioners are people who are commissioned by chiefs to slaughter people for purely ritual purposes. You understand? And the executioner syndrome refers to a situation where executioners try to protect themselves by making sure that when they are sleeping, no sharp object is brought anywhere near their necks, because that is how they operate. Maybe people are suddenly alerted to the fact that it hasn't taken too long for Ghanaians to discover the corn that was coolly and nicely unleashed and pushed in the media on demo. So now, they want to throw in things that will make it difficult for people to use any kind of media, especially the friendly ones and the not so friendly ones, to try to do those same things they used to do, or that they did. Except that this time, the agenda that those people might want to set is not of the variety where people can sit down, create an awful lot of mud, and throw it at people hoping that it will stick. This agenda appears to be catching fire very, very nicely, because the reality of the people's lives is exposing a lot of people. Every day brings with the people to the reality that people lied to us or said a lot of things they didn't believe in. Now people are in government, and they don't have any qualms about perpetrating in a far greater manner those same things they howled about, yelled loudly against, and sought to go to courts to stop. And trust me, the people of this country are not afraid, brainless zombies who have been lobotomized, though. Okay, again, for those of you who went to Chimota, Pepe, Kimbu Boys, and Abuakwa State College, and maybe to some extent Harvard University and Yale University, a lobotomy is a surgical operation which is conducted on the brains of people who are taflache mad, so that they become docile and quiet. If you understand, that's a lobotomy. But the people of this country have not been lobotomized, though. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from my cough, cold and sore throat, so please forgive me. The people of this country, as I was saying, observe things quietly, and they plan in their head. So, as for that one, I trust Ghanaians very, very well. Apart from that, Karma is teaching some very bitter lessons. So, my brother, a few days ago, I saw pictures. Pictures of somebody alleged to be the secretary. Executive secretary to the president of the Republic of Ghana, on a serious killing spree in some very exotic part of the world. Make no mistake, I could be wrong. People look like people, so it could be a look-alike. That is why I said it is alleged. You understand? But permit me to digress small. So, how is it that when people allegedly get no coffee, in fact, before then, you all know that there's this propaganda that precedes people's or some people's access to power every time. I heard it between 1996 and 2000. And I heard it between 2014 or 2012 and 2016. It always goes something like, oh, we will have our own money, oh. We don't intend to come and steal government money. We have our own money. We just want to come and help build the nation. Oh, me, I'm too old to steal state money, oh. Me, I was a big shot lawyer before I became a politician, oh. Yet, in those moments, excuse me, we the people never see them living large, flying to London every weekend in business class, just to go and buy polo shirts, taking pictures in exotic vacation locations, driving super luxurious cars, throwing wild parties everywhere and almost every week, renting planes to celebrate birthdays in the sky, buying tons of buses for people, and splurging money on constituencies nationwide. Oh. Have you observed that we never see any of those things? When they are saying those things, when they don't have political power, how come? Please, this is only a question, oh. Nonsense. Evil thinkers. Are you crazy? Are you crazy or what? Can't I ask questions? So, as I was saying before, I rudely interrupted myself. Why is it that when African politicians allegedly steal enough state or taxpayers' money or cream off enough kickbacks, they only think about going to spend those money seeking enjoyment and buying properties in exotic locations like London and the south of France? How is it that they somehow never think of investing a portion of that stolen money to also create a bit of a luxurious heaven right here in this country, bit by bit, so that by a certain time, we the people here in Ghana can also have a south of Ghana, a city, a Sun City, a Las Vegas, or a Dubai, so that people can also aspire to come and visit and also chill and spend their money here. Why? Why do we always have to have filth, disease, poverty, unemployment, white-collar crime, groundless larceny, and sometimes naked stupidity holding sway in our part of town? Why? Have we been cursed or something? Are we sometimes collectively cursed in some cases or something? Those guys in those exotic places, like Monaco, like the south of France, like Dubai, like Luxembourg, like Panama, if they had been stealing their money domestically and transferring it to those other places, would they have had some of it left over to make their countries, those lovely places we all aspire to visit or take our families to for holidays? Another thing, when you go to a place like Dubai, you can get a hotel for as low as $50 per day or $60 or $70. So generally all year round, the people who own these hotels are able to make money all year round. And apart from that, it makes it easy for people to go on tourism. So, you see, on a normal day, if an airline like Emirates is running a promo for $600, you can go to Dubai. So, if you have even $250 or $300 in addition, and maybe $500 to spend, maybe $1,500 in all, it is possible to go there and be able to sightsee, have fun, and buy a few TC, come back. Yet you come to Ghana, and some of those resorts, especially those that are very, very far away and require long drives to access. They are the ones who charge more in a night than an equally nice hotel. That's for 3 or 4 or even 5 days in some cases. It doesn't make sense to me, my brothers and sisters. It doesn't make sense to me, lah. Yet, if we have to find ways to make a killing in domestic revenue from tourism, there has to be a radical action to make things a bit more reasonable for we Ghanaians, so that Ghanaians can start engaging in domestic tourism before we find ways to get other people to come and spend their money and time here. But this is free advice, free consultancy. But anyway, forgive the digression. What was I talking about before I even rudely interrupted myself? I was talking about how bitchy Kama is turning out to be. Oh. You know, in Brazil, 2014, a picture emerged of senior ministers of state sitting at a table and sipping large coconuts, which costs $4 each. My brother, come and see noise on the part of non-elephants. Why were ministers wasting taxpayers' money buying and drinking coconuts and chilling in Brazil? When Ghanaians were suffering, blah, 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 blah. At the time, I sat back and I said, Cho, if a $4 coconut can trigger this kind of reaction from Yanu, I wonder what they'll say if those ministers had $700 Napoleon cognacs before them. Incidentally, today they are in power. And some of them are drinking what the connoisseurs call signature cognacs. That one, you have your name written on the bottle. H.E. so and so. And those ones allegedly cost up to $12,000 per bottle. And which is allegedly somebody's permanent contract to supply, since those are not found on the open market. Now we have a situation where suddenly, anytime a video or a picture emerges, it is either one of a top government or party official celebrating a birthday and cutting nice cakes in an aircraft, usually in first class, which translates into some $7,000 or $8,000 per ticket per person. Or it is a picture of some exotic digs, expensive cars, the good life, and all the works that go with it. Suddenly, there is very little noise. So people don't seem to care. And it reminds me to re-echo what the now beleaguered Kelvin Ekobe-Dutela once said, that we, the people of this country, some of us are very hypocritical and very tribalistic. Because it's the only conclusion that one can draw. I remember the kinds of things that were said in this country when the now quiet Jerry Boom was president. Whole newspapers dedicated tons of newsprint to serialize stories about how his wife had installed at the time a jacuzzi in a house. Anytime he did, or anything he did was a subject of intense noise and scrutiny. If he taught his wife how to fly, his daughter how to fly a plane, it became news. And then Dr. Wawa came to take this to the next level in terms of extreme luxury. Even the car that was used to inspect the Guard of Honor on Independence Day changed from the old military peace goer that we used to see every single year to a posh, sprightly convertible car. Nobody spoke. Nobody said a word when Dr. Awa started doing all the things he criticized in opposition, including presidential travels and the size of Jerry's government. Fast forward to the Muse Mahama era. As for Jim, he suffered. Oh, my brother John Mahama really suffered. The man couldn't even go on holiday with his family. As soon as he did, they started calling him Kofi Dubai. At everything, people were on hand either to lambast, attack, or give him a nickname. So, just imagine that this was the Mahama era, and we woke up to hear that his secretary at the time, now Professor Raymond Atuguba, was on a holiday at an exotic location with his crews, chilling and living the good life. What would Yanum and evil society groups have said in this country? And it just reminds me of the hula baloo that characterized the taking of a picture by this same John Mahama chap in front of the CNN logo. Yet, when a video image of somebody conducting a band in Nigeria and grinning like a Cheshire cat, it was business as usual. Now people are defending the keeper that Mr. Gun Eater has pulled off. Oh. I read some comments suggesting that he is paid well enough and so can afford to take holidays of that nature. I said, Joe, why wasn't he taking holidays like that and engaging in those capers 4 years ago when they were engaged in a text message campaign to raise 1 CD from their base? What has changed? How did it change? When did it change? You see, my grandfather Tabiwana used to tell me that, Kokonsa, if you are digging a hole for somebody, you have to make it wide and shallow, so that when you yourself fall inside, you can crawl out. Oh. But when Yanum, led by the likes of the now silent Dr. Piki Baushit, aka Togbi Alak Mafia the First, were digging holes for their opponents, they dug them very deep. Oh. They dug 12 feet and 16 feet holes for them. So now they are falling into those very same holes. And they're struggling to crawl out. Oh. The irony is that now when they fall into the hole, and you want to tell them that they dug the hole, they get very angry and frustrated. That is why, or that is when they say, Cho, but this happened under the John Mahama era or so and so. Or that happened under the John Mahama era or so and so. But then, they forget that when it was happening in the John Mahama era, they made an awful lot of noise about it. Whereupon they cried for change and said that they won't do those things when they get the power. Well, as I have said, the people of this country are very observant. Oh. So, they are known as the silent majority. They will watch you somersault and do anything at all that you have power to do. You can buy binoculars for enough money to sink several dozen balls in water-deprived communities. Oh. You can gamble badly on the national electricity something and engage in alleged state capture. You can mislead presidents and do every allegedly criminal thing you want to. They will watch you quietly. And then, at the right time, they will let you know that they were taflache, not fools. So they will let you know at the right time that when you were standing on their testicles, they were watching you to be sure that it was their testicles you were standing on and not their toes. And then they'll deliver their verdict. Apart from every other thing, the truth is like a cock. You cannot push it underwater unless you put a dead weight on it under the water. But it has a way of floating up at the slightest opportunity. Somebody said, truth crashed to the earth shall rise up again. You see, you can wrestle with the truth, but at the end of everything, it is your back that will be dirty, because you cannot put the truth on its back. In every contest with the truth, your back will always be dirty. But all that I want to say is that people are free to do anything at all they want to do. After all, they have the power. They are drawing the power straight from the mandate of the people and the Constitution of 1992. And so they have the power to do anything. But as I've been saying for some time now, on the 7th of December 2020, the people of this country are going to demand accountability. There will be a referendum on the exercise of that power, how it has been applied, what it has been used for at different times. And I'm sure they'll deliver a verdict. I think it will be a very, very sound verdict. My only prayer is that the verdict will not be stolen. Apologies to a certain book that was written in 1992 when some people lost an election, My only hope and prayer is that that verdict will be the real verdict, the true will of the people, and that it will not be stolen, or shenanigans will not be put in place to overturn it at different fora or in different places. So that is all that I'm saying. But, well, this is not even what I've got to talk about this evening. This was a collection of meaningless raves and rants, you understand, that do not even mean anything. Those of you who know me, KONKONSA, know that I'm famous for all these raves and rants, you understand. So, well, God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make it great and strong. I want to say a warm and a special good evening to a young lady called Imbunikwa, who lives in Italy. Good evening, Imbuni. God bless you richly. On that note, I thank you for being part of my audience online on your power station, Radio Go 90.5 FM. If God helps us and He gives us life, I'll be arguing on another occasion. And today, keep listening and say a prayer for this country, and indeed for this station whenever you get the chance, so that God will deliver us. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Ever!